What would you do if you woke up one morning and you found out your dad had died? You're 15 years old, life as you know it's about to change. You see, that's what happened to me. I was 15. Normal family, normal day, as normal as you can be. You know, my dad always had mood swings. Never knew he was depressed. He didn't talk about it. That's part of the problem. See, I was 15, it was the 9th of February. Me and Mum were having some banter around who was going to go get the beans out the garage for beans on toast. Stupid, really. Mum went. She didn't come back. What felt like eternity. I heard her screaming and crying and I really panicked and I thought maybe the rabbit had died or my neighbour had died or something, but I didn't understand why that would happen in the garage. I tried phoning my dad to tell him to get home from work. He had his phone on him and I didn't know that. You see, his phone would have been ringing while Mum was with him. It must have been fucking awful. You see, when you're feeling suicidal, there are a lot of charities out there to help, and I focused a lot of my other video blogs on help for the depressed, help for the people that need it. We've not spoke about help for people that are left behind. They call them survivors of suicide and they try and coach you with a grief triangle. I don't think there's a right way to grieve. You see, it took me 10 years to speak out about my loss. Don't get me wrong, the first couple of weeks all I wanted to do was talk, but then you start to think that people are bored of hearing about it. The truth is they're not. But I didn't know that until I decided 10 years later to speak about it again. It's ironic, really. There are a lot of people there that wanted to help, and there are a lot of people there that did help. When we look at real organisations, there wasn't anything. They put me in touch with a job seekers association called Connections, and they were great at finding jobs, but that's not what I needed. They put me in touch with a charity for losing a parent through cancer, which is great when you're just dealing with specific loss through cancer, but not through suicide. People couldn't relate, and I found myself being really unrelatable. I found myself being quite difficult. And I think that is a big problem. You know, people need to be able to speak. There needs to be help for people. And if you're a teenager or a child and you're going through loss and you're watching this, just know that you're not alone. Part of the reason for making this is that I offered to go to my old school and speak to them in assemblies about losing a parent through suicide. I was told it wasn't a child-friendly topic. That angered me. I was a child when it happened. And if I had one bloke who was talking about his experience for losing a parent to suicide, just that one bloke, to see that he was doing something with his life and that he hadn't gone downhill and that it wasn't all disaster, maybe it would have been easier for me to deal with. I had some great friends, but friends aren't equipped to deal with that. Friends are equipped to have a drink and a laugh with. You see, the night before Dad died was a perfect night. I didn't know he was going to go. Maybe he did. It just felt so perfect. We were drinking, we were smoking, we were playing guitar, we were having a good laugh. Last words he ever said to me were, "I love you, son." You can't get much more perfect than that. He just didn't feel he could speak to me. That's the problem. Everyone can talk, everyone's got a voice and everyone wants to listen. So if you're out there and you've lost someone through suicide, please know you can speak. It's the biggest killer of men under the age of 45, and my dad hit that demographic bang on the head. It was about 4 weeks before his 46th birthday. I don't think you can get more precise than that. Looking back now, I miss him. I still feel angry at him. That's all part of the grieving process. Sometimes I think, Dad, why have you done this? Look at what you left behind. You didn't get a chance to meet your grandchildren. So if you're feeling depressed and suicidal, there is help out there. But if you're like me and you've been left behind and you had no signs, no notes, no clues, nothing, just know you're not alone. People are there to help.